Welcome back. Today we're not doing mapping your move. Today we're mapping the deals. So what we wanted to do in this video is find one of the most popular home floor or builders and the most popular house floor plan that you guys love. We get a lot of calls about, and we're going to go all throughout the Houston suburbs and find the best deals on those. So it's going to be a real in-depth dive. In fact, Joe, you just had a conversation 20 minutes ago with a client who loves a house, but they can't find it in a certain suburb, so they're thinking about other ones. So it's really the perfect video. Now, even if this isn't the style of home that you're looking at, this will be something that we will continue to do with other builders, but it'll give you a good perspective on the different areas. So with that being said, we are going to be really locating deals, talking about different suburbs around Houston, Texas, and giving you behind the scenes access through the MLS data of what these deals look like, what the tax rates are, and what that means for, monthly payments and that kind of thing as well. So, Jojo, what's the home we looking at? What kind of builder? What are we talking about?
We just want to kind of go take a general overview of what's real popular on reach outs, and that's Westin Homes.
Yeah.
They operate a little bit different. When you walk in, they put the main price, their discretionary price, and then they bottom line that price. Meaning, say it's $7, they're giving $50, and they're advertising $650 markdown.
Okay, so not all builders do that.
They're not all like that. So a lot of them, they're just doing their markdowns. They're giving their closing costs and all these different things right now.
Yeah.
We were talking about it before we even dive into Westin. Some of the biggest deals that you're looking for in the market that you hear about, it's really the one-offs that the builders call us and tell us, hey, we just had someone back out. Hey, this house right here, we can really make an offer on that one.
Yeah, give me a story of that. Like, what do you mean?
So, for example, I have someone in Ellison and Katy, Texas.
Oh, good area.
And, I was talking with the sales rep. We have a contract with the client out there, and he was like, hey, Joe, I got this property that it just came back on the market. A lady designed the house, and she decided she needed a bigger house. So he's like, I got some stuff you can do on this one. So if you got clients, we can work a deal. And it was already slashed down well below on that. So that type of scenario are the ones that they're looking for. So a lot of times people, let's go to Westin, the Carter floor plan, the Cooper, the most popular plans around the suburbs. Those are, when they're in demand, that's a little bit harder to get discounts on at times, unless there's something on there that we can work an angle on.
Yeah, it's a good point too, because we actually, when we go filming a lot, a lot of these sales reps call us and say, hey guys, we got some great inventory we'd love for you to shoot. And then we show up there and they go, actually, guys, we really want you to push this one. It came back on the market because of unfortunate circumstances due to the buyers. And those are the ones, man, they want, they just want to get rid of those quick. It's on the books, and it's still some of the popular floor plans.
They are.
Yep.
So what we want to do today is just take, one builder right now and show you that price comparison. There's so many things when people move out here, they're looking for schools, they're looking for areas, proximity. There's just so many factors that people are looking at. The landscape, what does the area look like? Yep. And there's a Westin home, for example, let's take a Carter. It can vary in price from going from Richmond to Katy, to Cypress, to Hockley, to New Caney.
Yep.
And it varies different for the same exact product. They're building the same house. It's not one of them has gold studs.
Yeah, you're right. So we're gonna really do a compare and contrast of some of the top suburbs like Sugarland, Katy, Cypress. And then you got New Caney. We'll go even up north. I think we have a few.
Yeah. So let's dive into Ellison, Katy, Texas. That's been a heartbeat. Sell a lot of homes out in that area as well.
Real quick, I want to touch on something real quick, because just so they understand, there's certain builders that will just kind of mark a higher price and then slash it so it looks better, and then there's some that just keep the price.
That's right.
Okay, so if they're looking at a different builder and they're not slashing the prices, they've just already factored in, this is what we know we can sell it at.
Yeah.
Is there still negotiation room? Are you still having conversations with these sales reps? What does that look like?
Yeah, we still have conversations, and if someone pushes in for an offer, we're the advocate to do that, It just really depends. It's seasonal with these guys, so we don't know, but a lot of what I'm seeing and where people are at, the price is lower from where it was months ago.
Yep.
So they're pushing these right now as we're moving towards the end of the year.
Well, that's good. Well, get us on to the map, and let's talk about where we at.
Downtown Houston.
DT.
Okay, so today we're going to go all over. However, we're going to start right here with I-10 and work our way west.
There we go. You got it, Joe.
I'm getting there.
And Katy, Texas. And just like when I moved here, Joe, that's what all the blogs are. That's what you read about. That's like the top spot, you know? So everybody's eyes typically start there, whether they end there or not. But Ellison is one of the newer neighborhoods we've definitely... What are you looking at, Pickle Point there?
Yeah, I saw Pickle Point. I was like, what in the world is Pickle Point, man?
Pickleball, baby.
So anyways, we'll go into Ellison.
Yep. He's stuck on Pickle Point, Joe.
Yeah. So there's the Welcome Center right there, guys. We've been out there many, many times. We got some special treats for you coming up in the near future here with Ellison, revealing some other stuff going on.
Yep.
But today we're going to dive into the Westin home, which you can see is right here, the 60-foot series.
Yeah.
And I'll just put it into the MLS so we can see what's going on and what kind of inventory they're holding.
You know, this is cool because they don't know this, Joe, but you actually had to create a separate tab for this in the MLS, and you can actually break down Westin Homes in individual master plan
because if they
community.
want a specific home and we're going to search it, I just came in here, I just added it. It's in additional fields, and then I just came in here and put Westin Homes in.
It's such a cool thing. So, guys, for you out there, if you found kind of a builder or a floor plan that you love, this is what this is what our team can do with you, is actually break it down. Because when you go to the site, we went to the Westin site, there's like 3,000 homes for sale on there.
And I
it's
think
so
what's
hard to
really
break it down.
important about this is we can set them up on a home search once we do a consultation and we're like, okay, hey, we're committed to each other. Let's do this.
Yep.
We'll set that up, and that way you'll know if one comes back on the market. Because we could be shopping around for two months or something, or you could come in and then you're like, hey, we're going to buy.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden you see that house pop back on the market. You're like, no
Let's
brainer.
go.
I was there.
Yep.
I want it.
That's good. I didn't know. Yeah, that's really cool that we can set that up, and now you guys are going to get the notification. So we're typing in Ellison.
We got 14 Westin homes on the ground. The thing about Westin is they build. They're building from inventory now, so they don't have any ground up builds anymore. So what you see is what you get. So you know when you pick a house, you got to pick the lot. You got to say, okay, that's the house I want. And then you got to look at the design package that they're putting in there.
That's where they're...
that's what if they have gray cabinets versus white cabinets. You might not want the gray cabinets.
Yep.
So that's kind of plays a factor because they really don't change that stuff up. There's minor things they can if it's at the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
But cabinets are usually one of the things that have to be ordered the minute they, start the house. So it can't be changed.
So we got 14 in Ellison.
Yes. And then let's see what we have on pending right now. So we have, let me pull out actives, just so you know, there are 8
pending.
8 pending.
Is that 32 or 22?
We got 8 pending out of 14.
Wow.
So, more than half are pending.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's check some of these out.
And so we'll go into here.
And the reason we just had a client calling about Ellison and the Carter 9, and so this is just good insight for you guys to understand Ellison, a top community, Katy, Texas, Katy ISD, all those things.
So what I'd like to find is a popular floor plan here. So here's a Cooper. This is going to be a great example as we go around the city.
Coopers.
It's a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath. It has the rotunda. Well, Joe, why don't you just show me?
How many square? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the big. That's probably 3,500 or something.
3,793 square feet.
There you go.
And this comes in different styles, but on the inside has the curvature, the rotunda up here.
Yeah.
And open area, the windows on the back wall, as you can see. Again, white cabinets.
Yeah, real good neutral colors right there.
Very neutral. You get you a nice wall of windows.
Got the gas fireplace.
Get that gas fireplace. And so this is a popular floor plan, as far as it comes to this style, especially because it's 5 bedrooms, gives a lot of room.
Yeah. Oh, the movie theater.
Movie theater.
There you go. Yep, already
with the
painted
trade
dark.
ceilings. You got tray here, tray there.
And you got the big thick doors, painted dark already.
But this is what we call the money shot.
Mm-hmm.
We like the money shot. And that's a popular floor plan. So if we look around this one, I'm going to write down, Jackson, that one
let's write it.
It's $680,000.
And that's marked down from what, 705, 704?
Yeah, that's their markdown price.
The other thing we need to write down, Joe, is the tax rate.
That's right.
Because that's going to be a big comparison as well.
And just so you know, everything runs according to areas and sides of towns. These new towns that are popping up, they're going to be less money for the same house because they haven't established themselves yet.
Okay.
So, for example, this one's going to be one of your higher price points on the Cooper,
Right.
next to possibly Richmond. Reason being is this is in Katy ISD, which is well sought after school district that people look for.
And can that raise the tax rate a little bit being in?
No, that doesn't
Okay.
raise the tax rate. That's just demand.
Yep.
You know, that raises the price of the house overall
Yeah.
because the demand's higher.
So what's the tax rate on this one right here?
3.1%.
3.1.
Okay. So 3.1, what does that mean, guys? That's your starting property tax rate before homestead exemptions. Everybody that's going to live in a house and make it their primary residence gets some type of homestead exemption, whether it's 20% homestead for just a general homeowner, or you got a 65 plus homestead exemption, which eliminates almost 50% of the property taxes. There's a disability exemption and a VA exemption as well.
And actually, so currently right now in Houston, the homestead exemption is $100,000 off the price of the home. So if you buy a home for, let's say, $600,000, that homestead exemption now knocks it down to $500,000, which then you multiply by the tax rate. So that tax rate being 3.5% versus 2.5%, or some of those acreage communities at 1.7,
Yeah.
you know, that can really vary. I was actually just looking this up the other day because I was messing with my payments, and they have a bill passed. We are voting on it in November.
Oh, really?
To up close to 140 to 150,000, and almost $200,000 for seniors. And then VA, 100% VA is
100% VA gets zero property taxes.
Hey, we got to give an applause and a thumbs up to all the VAs out there. We love you guys. But that's a big thing too. So an additional $40,000 to $50,000 on homestead exemption could be coming very soon. So where we headed?
We're going to head to another subdivision. Just so you know, we're pulling the most popular ones, which are in that 600 to 700 range.
Right.
But also know that Westin builds a very nice product that we've done videos on throughout. And you can get them in the mid 400s as well for a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath.
And that's still in Katy or in Ellison?
That's still in Ellison. It's just a different product. They're still going to give you a rotunda and all that. This one should have cathedral ceilings when you get through this piece. Yep, right here.
Yeah, we've shot that house, and that one is super stunning.
It's an
because
impressive house.
You get the rotunda and everything, but it's on the smaller lot.
And you still get the rooms.
Yep, you still get the room.
You know, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths.
Yep.
You know, it's just a good
and that one's in
house.
the 4s.
It's 467.
Yeah, that's a great home right there.
So next, what we want to do is hop over and go into a lower priced one. So let's go to Grand Prairie.
Grand Prairie.
So let me put that in.
Type that in. And the reason you're running this too, again, this is something you've done multiple times with different builders, different floor plans, is you're comparing. And yeah, you just got off the phone with a client who's doing this. But real quick, pop over to the Houston map and type in Grand Prairie too, so they understand where that is.
Grand Prairie is basically on the other side of Cypress, Texas, going outbound on the 290,
right
past 99. So it's close to Bridgeland. So to say, it's going to connect actually one day. There's a road there.
And it's not Grand Prairie, Texas. It's Grand Prairie is the community.
Yes.
Grand Prairie.
Oh, my goodness.
Nope, that's up in the Big D, and I don't mean Dallas. That's all right. Well,
that's okay. I got it. I got it and memorized here, Jackson. I just zoom in real quick right here.
Oh, yep.
I got you, big dog.
Okay, so Grand Prairie.
It's going to be right over here.
Okay. Yep. We've popped in there before next to Jubilee, Grand Prairie. And this is going to be Waller ISD, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Hockley, Texas. There's Hockley, it says right there.
And
I know you're getting close to it. I thought you had it memorized, Joe.
I thought I did. Let's go to Jubilee. It's right by Jubilee. So there you go. It's right here.
Yep.
Knew it was right there. I was passing it up. Okay, so there's Grand Prairie right here.
Yep, and zoom out a little bit too, because Ellison is really not too far from it. It's just, to the south in that white spot.
If I take this line and drag it straight over here, Ellison's right over here in this area.
Yeah.
Bridgeland's right here where I'm circling, and then Jubilee's right there. So it's all within this little corridor.
Yeah, and that so that Waller, Hockley area, Waller ISD, it's erupting. And the thing you need to know about it too, Waller ISD It's very new. So, you know, some of the ratings might be a little bit different, but you have to realize too, the new section of Bridgeland is actually zoned to Waller ISD. And we've had multiple conversations with people there. They are raving about the new schools coming to Waller ISD. Good buddy Joe, and I'm not talking about my Joe. The other Joe, he was on video with us the other day, and he had to stop us because he wanted to talk about the schools. And why don't you just fill us in a little bit what you were telling us about the Waller ISD? And
Yeah, Jackson. Yeah, with the Waller School District, for the new schools that just opened, a lot of people don't realize that they've moved the schools and actually changed the names on them. And they were A+ rated in 2019, but going through the pandemic, a lot of students were zoned so far away that, you know, they had hour commutes. So a lot of them were on such rural areas that they didn't have, you know, maybe some of them didn't have internet, right? And have that access. So their scores did suffer for these past couple of years during the pandemic. But I think for the future and for what they've been planning, so for the past 7 years, they've been planning with all these new schools and to offer unique programs. One, we're about to put, well, they got about 8,800 students right now, and we're about to put 8,000 homes just in Bridgeland alone into their school district in about a 10-year period. And so for their planning, one, for the growth, but two, to be unique, which they're able to. They have that ability to be creative, and some of the programs they're doing 11 pathways. They've got 22 different licensing and certificate courses, anywhere from real estate to insurance, from
cosmetology.
You've got Cosmetology Institute with the business entrance. Last year they were booked up 6 months in advance. They said it blows Paul Mitchell out of the water. They've got a welding facility that's probably, I don't know, about 6,000 square feet. Kids last year could have graduated making $28 an hour, they said. They've got a Culinary Arts Institute with a restaurant attached to it, doing catering on a daily basis. And then there's more to it, you know, anywhere from paralegal, and I'll send you the form that we've got shows you all the different certifications. That there were over 740 kids that left high school last year with either a license or certificate course.
I think the high school alone has like 17 trade school diplomas you can get out of it.
Kind of see if someone's looking for trades.
And way less students per teacher rating. So we're hearing a lot of good things about it. And that Hockley, Waller area, man, it's blowing up, Joe. There's so many communities.
They have 19 homes right now.
Okay.
Westin Homes, that is.
Yep.
New construction. And so we saw the Cooper. And so what we'll do is we'll look for a Cooper, and then we're going to go into tax rate and all that. So I happen to pop right into a Cooper, as you can see right here, Cooper elevation.
Yep.
And Ellison was $680K.
Yep.
This one is $599.
$599.
$80,000 price difference.
Yep.
And why is that? Because this is a new community. I mean, there's really not a lot of development around it as far as commercial wise. I mean, you got a Buc-ee's.
Yep.
You know,
hey, that's big.
But you're gonna your ecosystem's gonna have to go into Cypress for right now,
which is about 7 to 9 minutes away.
It's not far at all. So
because when we hop onto the 290 right there, is it 290? Yeah. It's about 7 minutes to get to that 99, the big overpass right there, and then you have all the outlet malls, the shopping. So right now, currently, just call it 10 minutes and you're into the Costco's, movie theaters, grocery stores, all that. But they are building out this way too. It's coming.
So I mean, we've had people buy out in Grand Prairie as well.
Yep.
There's great projections for what they're doing with the community. The road they're opening up that'll cross over into Bridgeland.
That's right.
So I think a lot of the new schools that they're going to create is going to be that ecosystem for all that little area, Jubilee, Grand Prairie, part of that Bridgeland, and so forth.
That's right. That's a good point. Yeah, you'll be tied right into the Bridgeland Master Plan Community, the new section.
Yeah. Which, why would you want to have access to that? Really just to cut on over to get to the HEB and all that stuff out there, you know?
That's right. That is right.
And then so the tax rate on this particular house is 3.2%. So between Ellison and this one, I mean, it's not much difference. I mean, you had 3.1 versus 3.2. It's pretty much exactly the same.
Yep.
The only thing is you're getting a house for $80,000 less.
That's right.
So it's like a lot of times people are like, hey, Joe, I really want this, I want that Carter, that Cooper floor plan with Westin Homes.
Yep.
But we just don't want to spend, right under $700,000. Our
That's
budget's, $600.
Yep.
Well, they're like, okay, well, these are some of the communities that you might have to consider, take a look at if that's going to be the home. If not, we would have to say, okay, let's look at a different builder.
Yep.
Which we have that in our back pocket too. If we want Ellison, but Weston doesn't work, there's other ones that are just as nice too. Remember Brookfield Residential?
That's right, yeah.
Beautiful house for a great price.
Are you finding too that people are getting set on a certain home and it I mean, they just got to have it, or are they open to once they see other
I think
ones?
a lot of people are open
Yeah.
to certain homes. I mean, there's some people who are like, that's the home I've always wanted.
Right.
That's the home I'm going to get. And so, I mean, I think we have a little mixed bag of that.
Yep, for sure. So we got a few more on the list there. And real quick, while he's pulling some of those up, I just want to remind you guys, every single Wednesday, we do Mapping Your Move. We break down every master plan community, city, suburb. And we're also going to kind of introduce this, kind of the best deals of Houston as we go around. So make sure that you guys subscribe so that you guys never miss those. And every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central is when we release our big vlog. So almost 80% of our audience watches us on the television set. These shows are at 5 p.m. on Wednesday nights, so just book it in your calendar and come join us on the old television set.
On
We
the
love
telly.
seeing that. Joey
So
Joe.
let's hop into this growing area
would
called
that be?
Magnolia.
Oh,
You know, so that's going down the corridor of 99 up towards 249. Going, what is that? North?
1488 North. Yep.
Yes, all the way north.
There we
So
go.
Creston has that famous house, Jackson, on Weston. It's called
famous?
the Jackson.
That's right, baby. The best house in the world. Yeah, and let me talk about an area that's growing and gorgeous and beautiful. You got the trees and just small town
it's
living.
just a great area. I like it for the decongestion.
Yep.
I mean, obviously the road. There's some heavy roads there that are where the HEB is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty busy road because you can go directly to the woodland, so it's a heavy trafficked road. But being in the community in the area, I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yep.
So you have 18 Westin Homes in Creston right now. Guys, by the way, Creston just got their electricity back on, so now they can start ramping up and selling. So people are getting those good prices because you would have to contract and wait for the utilities to be turned on.
Yep.
So right now they have 18 homes available, and I'll show you how many Westins they have pending right now. So they have 7. And they were a little slower on their ramp up on their builds. Why you saw that is because what happened is that those utilities weren't available just yet.
That scares some people sometimes.
Yeah, so
but
you're
it's
going to
just
see
the
that
norm.
number. You're going to see that number go up now.
Yep. And really don't be terrified of that. What that means is, yes, they're just like the contractors. They're digging the ditches, putting in the transformers. I used to do that. I was a journeyman lineman, but they're just supplying it with power, and so now it's there.
And it's because they're underground.
Yep.
You know, all this stuff is an underground infrastructure. So let's dive into here and let's look for a Cooper because that's what we've been on for the most part. And that's a Carter. So
That's a good example. Yeah.
This is a really, really hot home because why? Because this is what they use for the model home, so people can relate to the home.
Right. And is that the Carter 9, right?
Yes.
Says yeah.
And,
That's probably one of our most commented on floor plans.
So if you see that right now, you can get one out there for $649.
$649.
And it's a 3,800 square foot house. I mean, it almost looks like the Cooper. I mean, it's just some slight differences, but
Right.
I mean, you're still getting the basics of it. You're getting the tall ceilings, the windows, the curved staircase.
And see, that one has those windows there right there.
They
See
curve it
that?
out. That looks nice.
That is sick.
I'm telling you, what looks even sicker is when you walk in the house and you actually see the curvature.
Yep, for sure. So definitely, yeah, beautiful bathroom.
And this is just a great area. If you don't have to commute into downtown or anything,
Right.
It's great living. But if it's someone that needs to spend, every day driving in, if you don't want to drive over an hour into work, then then that might not be for you.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, and that started at $741,000. And again, guys, Westin is going to be somebody who will price that home up a little higher and knock it down. I remember when I bought a Toyota Tundra, Joe, and I went into Toyota. I said, I want a deal on this. They said, we don't do deals. We literally just price it at the price we sell it at, and we sell a lot of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, not like Chevy or Ford. We're like $10,000 off.
Dodge will get you on that. Dodge is negotiating.
So
their
now you're
deals.
just kind of cycling through a couple of the different ones.
I was just looking through a few of them. They do not have a Cooper, so we will dive into another subdivision. But the tax rate here is going to be 3.08, which is a little bit lower, not much, than the other ones. I mean, you're coming down. So the Cooper and the Carter are pretty much the same. So I'm just going to put that at 650 as we saw it. Yeah, 650. So you can kind of see you can still get a good deal out there for the area. I mean, it's going to have everything. And then really, if you're going down and saying, okay, I want to see where's the best deal I can get me a Westin home, I mean, you're going to end up going over to, say, New Caney, the Trails.
Yep.
Out here, they have 18 of them ready to go. And let's see if they have a Cooper. That's a Carter. So
yeah,
we just
I think they have the Carters in here, yes.
So the Carter is $558,000.
Yeah, see, that's
$100,000 lower
Yep.
than we saw in Creston.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
And Creston's a better deal than Ellison.
And Creston's
right.
a better deal than Ellison. So I mean, you might see if Ellison has it at 680, you're going to be between 680 and 720 on a Carter and Ellison.
Right.
And so you're going all the way down to 558.
Yeah, and I think, in fact, we may be able to pull it up a little bit. Like if you go into Sienna, so one of my top mastermind communities, you're going to see those, well into the mid sixes, upper sevens.
So here's a Cooper where we've been on. It's $544,000.
544.
So that's the lowest one we've seen so far. So where this is located is right past Humble and Kingwood, where the Bush Intercontinental Airport is. This one's right up I-69.
Joe, I know where it is.
This
They
is
don't.
north-
Show them on the map.
This is northeast Houston, Jackson. So right here on the
It's
map.
our stomping grounds.
So here's I-69 right here.
Yep.
And so here's the 99. It's right off of the 99 right over here in this little area right over here.
Yep. So it's a new developing
this
area.
right here?
Yep.
And so this is where it's at right here.
Super pretty. Lots of
Yes.
trees. They're going to have a whole community there, trails.
And so
pool,
there's not a lot
lakes.
right there. You know, the school district is Huffman
Yep.
ISD. So a lot of people like it. There's a big master plan community out there, acreage in Huffman.
Yep.
And so, I mean, you know, it's great football too and everything else out there, Friday Night Lights.
Yep. And that's we've had calls, had a few clients move out to that way, and that's just like again the mindset, Joe. What are you truly? Do you have to be in a certain area? Do you got to live there for work, or is it like no? I'm pretty.
Yeah.
You know, I can work from home or whatever. I just kind of want the best deal.
So that right there, you got the conveniences of right here between I-69 and 99. You have that whole Valley Ranch Town Center.
Which is where you and I
so
frequent
you're
a lot.
close to the massive growth going out there, and it's already there too. So I mean, there's all of our favorite restaurants are out there.
It might even be a quicker drive to the Woodlands than we have in the back of Kingwood.
Oh yeah, most definitely, because you're on the 99 already, so
Yep.
you have a good shot to get over to the Woodlands. Probably 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes.
Yep. And then you got
Because
everything.
we're 40 minutes to the Woodlands.
Yeah, we're 20 something minutes just to get out of Kingwood. So
And then obviously, you know, you guys seen our famous videos as of recent, the Highlands.
Yes.
And that's right over here. So a lot of people are like, man, I really don't want to spend the money in Highlands, but I do need to be in the area. The Trails is a good option if you're looking for that budget price.
yeah, we've had a lot of people reach out about that Highlands. It's just an amazing community. Every time we drive it, we're just
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Highlands is thriving.
Yep.
And it just continues to thrive.
yep.
And then so that one, as you can see, let me go back. We didn't get the tax rate over there. And the tax rate is, let me write that down. The Trail's 544 for the
Yeah, I know you're
Cooper.
going to bank that one.
Now
aren't you?
this one, on top of that, not only are you getting the lowest price house that
Yep.
Westin has to offer in all of the suburbs,
Yep.
the tax rate is 2.847.
2.847.
That's the lowest that we've seen out of all these communities so far.
Yep. And so again, you're multiplying that tax rate to the amount you paid on the house. And if it's your primary residence, you can claim homestead exemption, which knocks 100,000 off. So you would be taxing that rate, which is 2.8 times it was 549.
Yeah.
So if you homesteaded it, it would be 449.
Yeah.
And that would be
Yeah, and usually the way we've always calculated before all these new laws passed
right.
was we'd just do an approximate 20% off.
Yeah.
You know, they would deduct the land value, and then after that, you would do your 20%.
Yep. So now $100,000 and hopefully going up to about 150, which would be nice. So then you'd be taxing that by 400,000.
So those are all the ones that we went to. Those are all four of them, Jackson.
Yeah,
so
I think that
as you
really
can see
covered.
it, we went from 680,
Yep.
most highly sought after Katy ISD, right off of the 99.
Yep.
Massive master plan community, multiple pools, parks, everything down to the dog park. You saw that at 680 down to the lowest going to the Trails in the northeast side of Houston
Yep.
for 544 with the lowest tax rate at 2.8.
Man, Joe. I'm going to start
So-
calling you Investigator Joe, man.
Yeah. So these guys know the JoJo out there in the team.
Yep.
So anytime you're out there and you sign in on the card, again, guys, the price doesn't change because you wrote our name. it only allows them to be able to call us and say, hey, come out. We just saw so-and-so come in here.
Yep.
And then we can turn around and say, we can help you at that point again and be able to talk about other areas and different places, because that might just be something you're just popping in. We've had a lot of people who just fly in from out of state and they just hear real quick and passing through.
Yep.
So that scenario helps a lot when you can put that car down and they can say, hey, so-and-so stopped by. Again, it doesn't affect the price that you get for the house.
Yep.
Or anything like that.
Putting JoJo's name down. So
just,
whenever you walk in, there's a card on usually the kitchen island. Again, write Joe Rodriguez down. Tell the reps, hey, Joe Rodriguez, JoJo with the Living in Houston team sent us. And we
or
really
just text. Say I'm here. I'm text and say, hey, Joe, what's that number? You'll see how fast we'll respond.
Yeah, for sure. And then one last question I have for you, Joe, because it came up. Okay, let's say we go to the trails. We like that home at $549, but I got to get a better deal. I'm going to put an offer at $499 or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, just kind of give me that perspective, because they're really going to kind of stick to that price. They may negotiate. But
so we don't know when that time comes in. We could be at the end of the time that they just had their meetings. Like, for example, Westin has their meetings on Monday. They maybe say, hey, we need to push these now.
Yep.
So we're just the advocate and the conduit to do that.
Yep.
Where there's no emotion involved with that, but we're able to push and they know who we are. So there's times where, it works in the client's favor.
Yep.
So it's better than not knowing.
Exactly. So the only way to do that, guys, we really, really invite you guys to write that number down, that email, and reach out to us. Just see what we can do to help. And then if you like this, getting the real insider scoop on what's going on in these communities, again, this is what we do privately with you on Zoom calls. You can also go to originalhoustontexas.com. People go to the buy tab and just fill that form out quickly. That's one of the quickest ways to get with us. Book your own one-on-one appointment, but we love when you guys reach out. So just use that information.
Right there.
JoJo, this is what we do. Relocation, right?
This is
what we do and focus on, and we'd love to help you. So in the meantime, if you're trying to figure out, hey, man, what suburb does fit me best? We've done mapping your moves on just about every master plan community and suburb, and these are going to be videos where you're going to get the scoop of what's going on there, what's coming in the future, and what's there currently. So check those out, watch them, and until the next one, guys,
We will see you.
we'll catch you later.